And we are back with another edition of Inside Michigan Recruiting on 24/7 Sports, here with one of the top prospects in the country. When I made it down to Kankakee last summer to check in on Jyaire Hill, guys down there told me about another top prospect that the nation hadn't heard about yet. They said we would. Coach Hollis, my guy Curtis Crosby, they said watch out for Marques Easley. And lo and behold, he has become one of the top prospects in the country now. He's coming off a visit to Michigan to join us right here in studio. Marques, how you doing?
Good. Blessed.
Yeah,
Real
man,
blessed.
Glad that you could join us. And so I want you to kind of take us on your journey a little bit, because things have exploded for you, and it seems like it's happened real fast. At least from the outside, that's how it seems. How does it feel to you?
I just feel normal. I worked for it. Been working hard for it.
Okay.
I've been this size all my life. Well, I've been big all my life. So it was just like, work for it.
So let's go back. You started out Peoria Manual.
Mm-hmm.
Take me from there to Kankakee. You know, what's been different for you? You know, how has that move kind of helped you in your game? Kind of take me into that part of it.
So when I went to Peoria Manual, I'm originally from Kankee. Mm-hmm. So went to Peoria Manual. It was just, I was getting the attention, like I was getting the looks, I was getting everything, but it was just like we kept losing, and coaching was going back and forth. It was just wasn't it. Mm-hmm. So they called me home.
Okay. You know, one of the things that they were saying about you is that you were pretty good on the hardwood too.
Yeah, everything.
You know, is that the case?
Yeah,
I mean,
I was
get down
shot
over there too.
Yeah, now you got to go back to Peoria Manual to watch the good stuff. But yeah, I could do anything. I'm an athlete.
Okay, all right. So you get on the field at Kankakee, and obviously football is different. Was that a big adjustment for you, or did it just kind of start working for you right away?
Just start working for me right away. Cause when I saw Kankakee playbook, it was what fits me. Because when I was at Mayo, we ran kind of like just a power type offense. Like, I don't know how to explain what we ran back then, but when I came to Kankakee, I could showcase more of my talent. I could show my speed. I could show me going down block. I could show me one-on-ones. It can let me show anything.
Okay. So for people who haven't seen you play, you know, imagine for a second that you're a coach or a scout in the stands, and you're watching Marques Easley on the field. Kind of break down your game. Tell me what we see.
Think of it as a Trent Williams mixed with a Bird. Oh no, not him. Let's see. A Ray Lewis. Trent Williams mixed with Ray Lewis combined on O-line.
Okay, so you bring a defensive mentality to the offensive line. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
So you play with some dog in you then?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you get into you get into the season. It felt like it took a minute for the colleges to start taking notice. When did the offers start coming through?
October.
Okay.
Mid-October.
And so who was first to the punch?
Mizzou.
And so what did that feel like when you got that Mizzou offer?
It was good. It surprised me because we went on a visit with Jyaire, and he just brought me along.
Okay.
And I introduced myself to Coach Johnson, and we talked for like 20 minutes. And then like 2 days later, he offered me. And then, the same day he offered me, Boston College offered me. So they offered me at the same time.
Mm-hmm. So what was it like? You know, as Jyaire started to get that attention? You take anything from his recruitment? Any tips? Any lessons?
Yeah. Don't be afraid. Just be you. Cause I saw how he be himself in front of coaches, and now I be myself in front of the coaches too.
Okay. All right. So Mizzou came through with an offer, and then after Mizzou was who?
It was Mizzou and Boston College that
Mizzou
same
and Boston
day.
College, and then it felt like the Big Ten started to pick up. So
yeah.
I mean, how many offers do you have on the table now?
I think 35.
35. So we're not gonna go through 35 offers, but the schools that you've been to, not including Michigan, which we'll get to. What schools have you been to so far?
I've been to a few. I've been to Washington, been to Bama, Been in Mizzou, been in Illinois, Notre Dame, Indiana, Cincinnati. There was a few more. Michigan State. Texas A&M, Texas.
Yeah. You've been to a bunch of places. I'm not asking you for favorites, but I am asking you, were there any of those experiences that stuck out to you kind of more than the others? Anything that you did,
Not
that you talked to?
Not including Michigan.
Not including Michigan yet. We'll get up to that.
Let's see. Washington was a pretty good one. Bama.
Okay. So what was it about Washington, that visit, that stuck out to you?
They culture, like, they all stick together. Every coach made sure they talked to every kid. Because I won my 5v5/7v7 team. And it was like maybe altogether 50 of us, including parents. And they made sure they talked to everybody. You know, I messed with that.
Okay. What coach, do you remember what coach you talked to the most maybe while you were out there?
Yeah, I talked to the most. Can't remember his name, but I talked to the head coach, all of them.
Okay. All right.
They was all sitting at the table with the O-line.
Okay. So then you go down to Bama. You go down to Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
That's an experience in and of itself. What was that like?
Surprising. I thought like we was just going down there. They just wanted to see me in person and see if I was really what I was on, let's say, on Twitter. And then it went up from there.
Okay. So what were your impressions of Coach Saban? What did you think of Nick?
Well, it's like,
were you able to be yourself in front of Nick?
That was, bro, when you talk to him, like, when you in his office, it's so legendary in there. Like, when you talk to him, it's like, just be quiet and listen. And that's all I did. I was just being quiet and listening. Like, he was there, he didn't even blink. My mama, she didn't even talk. It was just, like, just listen.
So you said you were surprised.
Yeah.
Had you been offered before you went down there, or did you get offered when you went down there?
When I went down there.
So you weren't expecting an offer?
No, like when we was offered, after we went to a campus tour to the academics and everything, they took us to the stadium and go eat, and we was about to take pictures, and they not snuck me, but like they pushed me to the side, and we went to Saban's office, and I was like, but like they didn't even tell us where we was going. And next thing you know, I'm in Saban's office.
And he offered you a scholarship. Seemed like you pretty laid back dude. How did you react when you got an offer from Nick Saban?
In front of him, I didn't say nothing. I was just like, thank you, and all that, and shook his hand and all that. And but when I got out, I was jumping up and down with my mama.
Okay, all right. And so the last couple of visits you took down in Texas, Texas and Texas A&M. Take me through those. What was it like in Austin and Texas, and what was it like over in College Station at A&M?
With A&M, I like what they doing. Coach Fisher pushed me into his office. We talked. They in rebuild mode. Like, I saw they showed everything they about to showcase. They about to get it going down there.
Okay.
And then in Texas, they got great facilities. And, like, their staff was great. You know, I liked it there too. But Texas A&M, that was a good one.
Okay. All right. So Michigan. This is your first Michigan experience, right?
Yeah.
All right. So did it surpass your expectations? Was it about what you expected? What did you think of your time in Michigan today?
It surpassed it. I ain't really expected all this high energy. Saw the whole facility. Had a basketball court. I didn't expect. The practice was high energy. They took care of us. Took pictures. Just saw everything. It was good. It was a good experience.
All right. So let's start off with Coach Moore. You know, offensive line coach, offensive coordinator. What's the vibe like with Coach Moore?
He a real dude. Like, he was just real. Like, he kept it real. We went over film, and he just kept it real the whole time.
All right. So when you see the success that they've had, you know, winning Joe Moore Award back to back, does that matter? Does that register to you, or is that something you kind of put to the side?
At first, it didn't register to me because growing up, I ain't watched nothing, no sports, no nothing. I just played it. So, like, I didn't really know what the world was until, like, last year. So, But then now I saw it. It's an 800-pound trophy.
So Jyaire's here, right? So first of all, how did Jyaire look in practice?
Looked good.
He looked the
He
same.
got bigger. He got
Really?
bigger.
Already.
He got way bigger.
Okay. All right. So, you got a chance to see him up close and personal. Tell me about your perspective. Recognized game, as they say. Tell me about Jyaire as a player. What you thought of him playing with him.
Oh, what stuff he was doing in high school, he's gonna do in college. He's just an athlete. He's just gonna do it either way it go.
Okay. So his presence at Michigan, does that impact you significantly, or is that just kind of something that you kind of putting to the side too?
Kind of put to the side. Well, that won't affect anything. Just my heart desires what it heart desire.
Okay. So you had just this first Michigan experience. You said you're probably going to be rounding things off to a top 10 at some point. I'm curious, based on what you saw at Michigan today, did they improve their standing with you? Are they about the same? I mean, where would you say, or what would you say this visit did for Michigan?
I already expected high from Michigan, so it was just like, yeah, it was already. I didn't expect what to see, but I knew they was gonna be high already.
Okay, all right. So let's pretend for a second, Marques, that you're at the point in your recruitment where you're getting ready to sit down and make a decision. When you do that, what are going to be the biggest factors in that choice?
Me, I don't really got no factors for real. Like, I know whichever school I choose, they gonna develop. So it's just where God tell me to go. That's really where it's at. It ain't really no factors, no nothing.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you some specific questions. Are you looking at, you said development, are you looking at offensive linemen that teams put in the NFL? Is that a factor?
Yeah, stuff like that.
All right, are you looking at, style of play? Do you want to go to a team that runs the football a lot, or are you looking for a wide open passing attack? The style of play matter to you?
Team that gets you ready for the NFL, playbook. Okay. Teams like that.
Okay. So what about playing early? Are you looking to, play right out the gate? Is that important to you? Depth chart? Are you looking at that?
Nah, playing as like that. That's Big Ten and SEC schools I'm looking at. Like, that ain't nothing to play with. Like, you got to be ready. Like, I'm mentally ready, but I know, like, come on.
Okay. All right. So I was talking to Coach Hollis a few days ago. He said, he real close to his family. He real close to his mom. So what about distance from home? Is distance from home going to be a factor for you at all?
Nah, not much at all.
Okay. So what about timeline, Marques? We just saw Jyaire wait all the way till the end.
Yeah.
Is that how you're going to do it, or are you going to try to do it earlier than that?
It's going to be between August 1st and senior night.
Okay. So visits. You already have any official visits scheduled? So what official visits do you have locked in so far?
Georgia, Tennessee, and Bama.
Okay. Do you have an idea yet of what your other couple of official visits are going to be?
Team's coming hard right now. So it's like,
okay.
They coming super hard. The last two gonna be real hard.
Okay. Did Michigan talk to you about getting you back up on campus, even if whether it's unofficial or official?
So
do you think you're gonna be coming back?
Yeah. I think I might be back with my parents. Or no, I might be back with my AD and coaches next Tuesday. I might be around for sure.
Okay. All right. So when you go on these visits, tell me what do you look for? Like, you've been a bunch of places now, like a dozen, it seems like.
I just look for energy. Just energy, that's it.
So energy, so you want to see a practice when you go to these, when you say energy?
I want to see a game, practice. I want to see everything. How the fans interact with everybody, how the coaches interact, all that. How they interact with a tough loss or stuff like that.
Okay. So take me to the final stage of your recruitment when you get ready to make that decision. I asked you what the factors. How are you going to come to that choice? Are you just going to sit? Is it going to be one that you make on your own? Are you going to be consulting your coaches, your family? How do you think you're going to arrive at that place?
I think my own. I think it's probably going to be my own. Because can't nobody really talk me into anything. At the end of the day, it's going to be me. Me and God. That's it.
So you named 3 schools that you're taking officials to. That means obviously those schools are in your top 10. But is it fair to say that those are your favorites at the moment?
Somewhat. Can't say yes or no, but somewhat.
All right, and so what was it about those schools that made them be the ones that you know you're gonna take officials to?
All right, so at Tennessee, Coach KP, he was the first to offer me. He was at Mizzou, him and Coach Johnson, and me and KP we just been locked in ever since he moved. So it's like, let's do it. Let's get this to happen. And then Bama, didn't really much to explain. It's Bama. Georgia, same thing, back-to-back championships. Ain't really much to explain. So it's like, I just want to be somewhere where I can win, go to the league, and play hard.
All right. And other than, while you were on campus today, other than Jyaire, who I know you talked to, you get a chance to talk to any other players while you were up there?
Yeah, I can't remember all their names, but I talked to a few. Talked to both of the tight ends, a freshman lineman. Who else I talked to? Talked to a few people. The quarterback. Yeah, I talked to a few. And they all said the same thing. If you want to play O-line, come here.
All right. So my last one for you, Marques. What do you like about Michigan at this point? Like, what do you like most about them? And then what do you still need to find out? You're coming back on a visit, right? They're gonna try to get an official, I'm sure. What do you still need to find out? What do you still want to know about Michigan after you tell me what you like most about them right now?
Not much to find out. It's where I want to feel. Like, I want to come to a game, really want to feel that. Like, just feel that it's gonna be home. I just want to feel home. I haven't felt home at none yet. Probably not until the end of it, but it's coming soon.
Okay. And what do you like most about Michigan? If you had to pick out the thing that stands out to you most about Michigan, what would that be?
Playbook.
That's what you like the most?
Like they scheme. It's Coach Moore doing something with that. That's when I was sitting down having a meeting with him, it was like, oh yeah, this is why they always be in contenders and winning Big Ten championships all the time.
Okay. And let's finish things off talking about Kankakee, man. I mean, you just had a star go on to Michigan. But you back. You got some teammates with you. Tell me about what Kankakee is gonna look like next season.
All right, so look, we got that boy Pooch right there. We got Pooch. They allowed to come in the camera?
They can come on camera.
Come on, Pooch. Come on, one by one. His film will talk it all. This should be Michigan's next target. He's gonna be him.
Position you play?
Cornerback. Yeah. We can keep breed cornerbacks. We beat DBs. And then we got Markel. Go ahead. We got Markel. He's a DN / outside linebacker / safety.
Okay.
Quick, explosive, and he can do the job for you.
Okay. All right. You got one more teammate over here?
We got Jyaire, fullback, running back, get the job done. He was one of, like, for our Kankee scheme, when we do like GTs and stuff, we would pull him get the job done. Or if we need a couple yards, maybe a little 2-point conversion, get the job done.
Okay.
Just perfect.
So basically, you're gonna be right back.
Yeah.
Right back.
And then we got Cheeseburger right here. We got cheese. Yeah.
So you got to get a man's real name.
William Hill. But everybody call him Cheese. Go ahead. What you play, Cheese?
D-tackle.
Yeah.
D-tackle. All right.
D-tackle. And then we got the Chandler brothers. Now them, man. Now the Chandler brothers, they gonna make something shake. Watch. You gonna be hearing their name pretty soon.
Okay.
Once they get that first one, it's gonna be over with.
Okay. Well, man, we will be back down like we were last year to watch you guys play. Gonna be down to watch you do your thing and keep track of you and your recruitment. Good luck the rest of the way.
Oh yeah. By the way, when I commit, it's gonna be in Peoria. It's gonna be in Kankee.
Okay. All right. Well, but we're gonna watch you play in Kankakee.
Yeah, that
And then
too.
we'll come watch you commit in Peoria.
Yeah.
All
There
right.
you go.
Marques Easley, folks. Until next time, thanks for watching another edition of Inside Michigan Recruiting. We'll see you over on the MichiganInsider.com.